All right, everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be your read for February the 7th, 2025. I hope everybody is well. Okay. All right. When doing your pre-shuffle, I seen the Five of Swords to the Ten of Swords. I also seen the Ten of Swords to the Eight of Cups. I then seen the Eight of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles. Then I seen the Ten of Pentacles to the Four of Wands. So we got a lot of transition that is going on for a lot of people. Stability or some term of foundation, security, some type of foundation, okay, is being created or something is being handled for you. You may not see it. Some of you may not actually feel it, but the structure is being dealt with. Now, remember, keep in mind, a lot of things happen behind the scenes that you may not know of. Hey, Miss Linda, how are you? A lot of things happen behind the scenes, okay? And when I say that, I mean like things that you do not know of, things that happen in our life, in our surroundings, things that you may not necessarily can be hands on or put your hands on it, you know? If you have the faith, if you have a sense of belief, I'm trying to say things without offending people. But like I said, if you have a sense of belief, if you have a sense of faith, you're not going to see everything with your two eyes that are being handled for you. Okay? You know how some things go on in your life and then you're worrying, you're stressed, a sense of anxiety, um, baffling thoughts, repetitive thoughts, etc. And then somehow as the date or the situation get closer to it, things start to change, things start to be handled, or things end up as a result, it ends up being taken care of, and a lot of times it ends up in your favor. You see what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, well, wow, you feel like I wasn't really feeling at the time or before that situation was taken care of. I was stressed, I was worrying, I had all these type of repetitive thoughts. I was just totally stressed. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. I was just worrying. I just was trying to figure out all type of avenues on how I was going to get it done. And then your faith was wavering, right? Your beliefs, your sense of belief in something, a energy, a entity, your spirituality or your religion, you were questioning that. And then when it got time or closer to the date or for you to handle or go to that appointment, things turned out all right, or it kind of worked in your favor, and you kind of like, wow. So all that time leading up to that situation or that appointment or whatever it was, I didn't know that things was happening behind the scenes that I didn't know of, that I couldn't see with my regular two eyes, that I had no idea about, that things were being operated on, things were being done. My source was working in my favor. Some of you understand what I mean and what I say. Okay. We all have trials and tribulations, but so far in your life, things turned out good. Things turned out okay. Things got worked on, things got done, some type of resolution came. It was fixed, you know. and it got handled. Okay. So that is what we're going through. That's what a lot of us are experiencing right now. Um, and you're just waiting on the outcome of it. Okay. Now, um, I don't know what that's about. I don't know why I'm saying that. I did not have that prepared beforehand to say all of that. So I guess that's why you don't have a title for today. Not yet. So I'll probably go back and edit it. But whatever it is, it's coming out for a reason. Okay. Because like I said, there it go. Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords. That's what I'm talking about right there. Ace of Wands again to the Seven of Pentacles. That's the patience. That's the not quite sure. Should I waver in faith or waver in my belief after everything I done, after everything I invested into, the hard work, the time, the effort, the patience, the planting the seeds, and now I'm awaiting the results. Okay. Hey Reese, how you doing? Did all of that pass by? Your sickness is gone. Seven of Pentacles to the Two of Swords. Again, back wavering in your beliefs or the way you believe. Things that you can't see that happened behind the scenes. And I did say not with your physical eyes, okay? But the patience of waiting for it to manifest or to come through or to be handled for you. Okay. Yeah, after I got better too, Reese, I've had that sense of lingering cough. Um, we've been seeing a lot of stuff on social media about the atmosphere, our physical air, and things like that. Now, down here in Atlanta, we got a high pollen count because we've been having some spring like weather down here. So we're in a high pollen count that is like got the weather or the news, coming on, sending out alerts about high pollen counts and allergy season so early. So all right, let's cut it again because I'm still in the middle of shuffling. All right, so some type of news or some type of agility. Okay. Some type of agility. Something's going to come through that's going to get you up and moving and having to initiate, okay, or to take action about that Ace of Wands. So this can be like, hey, you get an email, you get a letter, you get some money in the bank, a direct deposit, somebody calls you or messages you or gives you some type of advice, and you're gonna get up and do something about it. Okay. Unless you choose to sit there as the Two of Swords with the blindfold on. Okay. So we still know that Mars, Vedic sidereal, is retrograde in Gemini, which is what? A communication house. It's Mercury. Um, so a lot of you have been, I believe, reaching out to different outlets, networking, sourcing. Um, you've been doing some type of communication, whether you're applying for things, jobs, you're scrolling or looking through posts and ads. You're speaking with different people. Maybe some of you have been on several job interviews or you're about to within the next day, week, or month. Also can be within the next hour or two, depending on where you're at in the world. So something is about to get you up and moving. Now, Mars is about to go direct, still in Gemini, I believe, February the 23rd. So that's just not too far away. So that also can be a timing for some of you. Okay. And I do advise that you don't sit on your hands. Whenever or whatever this information or a call to action is needed, that you get up and do it. Okay. It can be also an epiphany or aha moment. There we go. We got the Ten of Swords, like I said, coming back because it's time for you to end something. Something is closing up. Some type of issue, cycle, event, problem, you know, some type of situation, um, or phase is ending. Okay, where it is time for you to get ready to do something about it. Okay, all right. What we have next? See there, Three of Pentacles. That's the networking, that's the sourcing, that's the getting up, taking action, collaboration, meeting up with some people, talking about a certain idea, or responsibilities, or how are you going to take care of this, how are you going to do this. This Three of Pentacles also is giving me that interaction. Okay. All right. I may put out some of the other cards, but we're going to start with this. Six of Swords in the reverse. Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant, everybody says relationship, marriage, and things like that. I'm not saying that it can't be, but remember the Hierophant also is a structure. It is a foundation. It is a way or a belief of life. Okay. Um, it is a certain way of doing something. The Hierophant also can be government. It also can be a church. It also can be a certain rules, regulations, dialect, or script, if you may, that needs to be followed a certain way, a certain direction. Because these people down here choose to be here. They choose to follow the rules, the regulations, the dogmas, the principles that this certain hierophant or leader is sitting here. Okay. And based on these certain dogmas, traditions, or principles, these people choose to follow those, which is still a choice. Okay. Now, some people, depending on their faith or belief or religious denomination, some people may feel that they don't have a choice and have to stay in a certain traditional mindset or certain dogmas or principles, a way of life, and also Hierophant can be a sense of cultural, you know. This is my culture, so I have to follow this because I'm this certain nationality or I am this certain ethnic group. But you have a lot of people that chooses to change their religious. An alert has been issued for your location. Sorry about that. That chooses to change their religion or religious denomination. Chooses to blend cultures or ethnic groups, right? But then you have some people that feels that it's religious law that they can't, they shouldn't. This is the family way. This is our own cultural way, and I have to abide by this because all of my ancestors did, or all the traditions of my family did. So I have no choice but to do the same thing. So, like I said, it's gonna be different for everybody, but Six of Swords being here, this is a certain way that you have been doing things for a very long time, and it may have caused a lot of fights, arguments, debates, or even your fight or will to win as a way to change things about you, about yourself, in your life, or a certain way of doing something. Okay? Because the Hierophant is not going to change. It is not. Okay? You'll have to be the one to change here. You'll have to be the one to change. The Hierophant and what it stands for is not going to change necessarily their principles about anything. That is a stuck structure or a way of life or belief or belief system, a certain principles or dogmas or traditions. Okay? Now, the Six of Swords in the upright is a situation where you wasn't talking to a certain group of people or a certain person, whether it was a spouse, a loved one, your job, a corporation. Like I said, also can be clergy or church, government official, corporation, a business, what or whoever this is you coming from a situation where if somebody didn't give you a relationship, you stood on business as the Hierophant because this is what you want. This is your tradition. This is your belief. This is your policy that as you, yourself, and you're looking for a relationship. You're looking for foundation. You're looking for principles or principles to be integrated into or about a love relationship that you're wanting to have, right? So if this was an ex or somebody that you were dealing with, for example, you were not talking to this person because this person wasn't going by your principles, what you believe in, what you wanted, what you stood for, what you want, how you look at love, right? How you want to date or how you want relationships. They were not or was not going to do or to give you that. So you became a Six of Swords, where that you stopped talking to them, um, you stopped coming around them or allowing them to come around you. You also took your time to think about it, meditate it, you slept on it. Um, it was some type of heartache, a fight, or argument, and it kind of broke off. Okay? So if this is not about a person and a relationship, this is you in a decisive pending decision right now on how is the next structural or principles, dogmas, or tradition that you will be creating for yourself, okay, from now and for the future on what you're looking for, what you want. Now, as of February the 2nd, Jupiter, Vedic sidereal, I believe have went direct in Taurus. Okay? So something that was happening for you, around you, or to you, that was kind of leading you, or you was allowing yourself to go in the wrong way, in the wrong direction, in the wrong way or direction also of thinking and or communicating, or how you were handling situations in your life, whether it was towards your job, your career, education, people you evolve yourself around, how you looked at this, how you looked at that. All that will be changing, okay, for you. Now we have also the Knight of Wands. Again, the Knight holds the Ace of Wands, what we just seen when I cut the deck. So like I said, you will now be taking a direction or moving in a direction very quickly, very quickly as a knight. Now, I'm not saying that you're not an emperor, a king, or a queen, or empress, but your action, the action oriented part of you, of yourself, is going to be requiring you to make an effort or to do something. Okay, especially if you were held back, or it was some issues where you were not able to do anything. Your hands were tied. Maybe you were tired. Maybe you were just restless. Um, you had so much on your mind, or maybe physically you couldn't do anything, such as red tape, or some type of law or principle that was against you. That also is going to be changing. Okay. Such as a door or opportunity will be opening for you to take initiative or to take action on it. Okay. Death card in reverse, Scorpio energy. Now, like I said, Mars retrograde right now in third house of Gemini. This is why the Lovers card is coming out. That is one of the cards that represents third house of Gemini. Um, Hold on. Let me get something here. I want to see what is what are the other woman competition. I wanted to see what this Knight of Wands is. And it's again saying what I'm saying to you. We all got competition around us. That's a no-brainer. Whether you're competing for the same position, applying for a job, you're competing against other people that's also applying for the job, right? But if you don't put your application in there, or schedule, or reply back to accept a interview to discuss your credentials or your qualifications, then you're not being a knight and putting yourself into the game. You understand? Same way when you're looking at relationships or dating. If you're not putting yourself out there to be um seen and noticed as what a peacock, a royal peacock is, um because you're not wanting to be considered as part of competition, then you're not doing or completing the action as a knight. You get what I'm saying? So if you turn down an invitation for a cafe or coffee or tea or a drink or brunch or lunch or dinner, then of course you're not putting yourself out there into the dating world, out there into the dating scenario, because of your tradition, your beliefs, or your dogmas, or your principles. I only want love and relationship and marriage. But it has to start somewhere. It has to start by you being a knight and accepting the invitation to be part of competition. You understand? And some people don't do that at all, because I'm not trying to compete with nobody. But we all compete with each other in everything and every aspect in our life, in our world, in our reality. Everything is competition. You got retail stores that do it every day. They compete as being the other woman, okay, um, or the other man. Retail stores do it all day, every day. That's the name of the game. But do they close their doors and do they not open for business because they got 12 other large retail stores that are in competition too? No. They just ramp up their marketing strategies. you know they put out their beliefs and policies, hoping that customers will adhere to their policies and their slogans and say, hey, I want to be a part of that because of their slogan. I want to try that particular product. I want to wear that particular piece of clothing. I want to order that from that corporation or that company because of their marketing skills, their advertisement, or the way that they are participating in the competition. Okay? Whether it's a restaurant, you got restaurants up and down the street on both sides. That's competition. But if you understand where I'm going with this, you have to be part of the game. You have to be part of the competition. You have to be a knight and get yourself out there, okay, to be discovered. Because you're moving away from certain situations and things, or a person or people that you had to remove yourself from anyway. Probably because they didn't want relationship, no great communication, their efforts was blah, you know. And so putting yourself back into a strength card in reverse is not going to help the situation. Well, that company didn't hire me, so I'm just going to continue to sit at home and not be part of the competition, and not apply for this and not apply for that, because I went on one job interview, so they didn't give it to me. So I'm going to be a strength card in reverse. But the death card in reverse is also showing you that you cannot give up the game. The game is not over. Still, regardless of whatever you're telling yourself, the game itself is not over. It's expecting you to spread your beautiful feathers here as the royal peacock and be seen, be discovered, get out there, get notification, network, collaborate, sign up for this, sign up for that. Okay? Believe in yourself. What is this strength card in reverse? See what I mean? The death card again in reverse. It's not over. The grave in reverse. You do have a second chance, but you're acting like you don't. You're not having the tenacity, the perseverance. You're lackluster. You're acting restless, or you're tired. You're not giving or requiring strength out of another person or yourself or things in your life. You're just going to let it continue to go the same old way that it has been going. But the reading is telling you not to allow it. That's not your fate. Okay? That's not how you should be operating right now. We should be operating as total knights, participating, going after this, going after that, being inquisitive, okay? Getting and keeping your strength. Until you do find something that sticks. Knight of Wands to the Hierophant. Again, if I'm just using jobs and interviews as examples, one person don't hire you, you don't give up. You keep going, Knight of Wands, until you find the Hierophant, the company or whatever, the corporation that does stand, and like you're saying, you like their same tradition, principles, okay? And then you get hired. So therefore, Six of Swords in the upright, you're not keep moving on, steady searching and seeking for refuge, or the same likeness. The same way with love and relationship. If one person didn't work and didn't give it to you, you're going to stay in a house the rest of the next 20 years because one thing didn't work. And I'm using all of these as metaphors or examples. Okay? You got commitment and proposal. Just because one person didn't ask you, or you turned something down, or they were not the right fit for that, okay. What they got to do with the rest of your future? Hurting and agonizing pain. Yeah, we all have had love relationships or dating scenarios that didn't work out, but the lover's card in reverse, like everybody say on YouTube, the lover's card is you making a choice. The choice is anytime you agree to date somebody or to be intimate with them, the choice was already made. So I don't see why people say, oh, it's a choice that you have to make. The choice was already made once you agreed and gave somebody your number, no matter whether it's current, recent, or a long time ago. Okay, the interaction was agreed upon once you started communicating with each other. You agreed yourself to talk to this person, and that person agreed to start talking to you. Now, whether it stayed platonic or turned into an intimate affair or whatever the case may be, the agreement was already made. Okay. Now, what could have been an issue or relevant, how long far as the same agreement or two different sides, okay, of the agreement on how long it was going to continue and what was the hierophant, the rules and the regulations regarding this continued type of interaction with this other person. Was it going to turn into marriage? Were we just going to be friends with benefits? Or whether we just going to date and hang out? Those are the rules and regulations that also can be considered with the hierophant here. You understand? So any agonizing pain or hurting, you're now choosing or will now need to choose to release yourself out of that. Make this new commitment to yourself that it's not over for your dating life, your love life. Now I'm about to get separated or divorced. They don't have anything with you getting back out there and being part of this competition, okay? Because we're all in competition to each other. It's just about finding the hierophant that is right for you. And same as the other person. Make a choice now to leave that regret, that hurt, that pain, those bad memories, those repetitive thoughts, that feeling of betrayed and backstabbing, whether this is love or platonic or a bad workplace or whatever the case may be, that bad marriage, okay? To leave it in the past. Got social media and keeping tabs. And we got secret admirer, timid. I'm not going to look at the bottom of the deck because I feel like I may need to clarify something else. So, social media is our new tradition. It is the new principles in our life, whether we like it or not. It is being or have been implemented into our life. Um, and you have to be careful because social media itself or people on social media may claim this, may claim that. Social media also is another way, as an outlet of people now to keep tabs on you and also to be in your life without them physically needing to be there. Okay. So you need to be very careful about what information that you are putting out on social media. That I'm alone, I live alone, as an example, you know. It's just me and my kids here. Especially if you are an influencer and you have the camera on, do not video or record in real timing. Okay? Do not record in real timing. Do not record when you're physically in some type of store or at the office or at your job, because social media now is another way of losing jobs based on you doing posts and things like that and reactions while you're on the job or in some type of corporation. These companies now, I don't know where this is coming from, is looking and turning to social media as a way to weed out competition. Okay, to see if you, like Royal Peacock, is a loyal employee and also customer. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, don't think that these corporations and things like that are not keeping tabs. This is how a lot of people now are getting um, taken off assistance because of fraud, because you have some type of social media account where you're making money, but then you're applying for assistance and saying that you don't have any money. Okay, this is that, and this is going to be the new way of corporations and things like that um, utilizing social media also. I do have a message for somebody who had a secret admirer. There will no longer be a secret admirer because this person now is choosing to reveal their self. They may reach out through a social media outlet to say something to you, so it can be DM or leave a comment or something like that. Now, everybody I know is not on social media, but it also can be saying you still have to be social. Okay, media is communication. So whoever this is that has not been, and I've never said that before, so whoever this is, they're hoping that you will be social to them, especially if this is going to be a new person that you will be meeting, by having the tenacity and the strength to do more activities and more things in your life, to be more active. This person is hoping that you will keep up with them once y'all do make some type of connection or interaction. Can be, exchanging numbers, exchanging social media handles and things like that. This person is hoping, excuse me, that you will be social or keep yourself social. And Knight of Wands active. Okay, Seven of Swords in reverse. So, like I said, I tell you all the time that the Seven of Swords always return back. So, this is somebody that is wanting to come back around you. I know this is not going to be for everybody, but somebody here that was actually a secret admirer but didn't want to say it. They didn't want to propose. They didn't want to commit, but kept hoping that you will keep giving them chance after chance after chance. But finally, after you stopped talking to them and you moved on your way, uh, they stayed timid. They stayed quiet. They know that you didn't want to interact with them anymore because of the issue of relationship stability and commitment. Okay, they probably had you in third party situations or competition, being the other man or being the other woman, because they wanted to be a Knight of Wands energy, because they didn't have not only the compassion, but they didn't have they didn't want you to tame them. Okay, to tame them, to take them out of being night energy, which is like in everybody's business all around town, dating this person, messing with this person, messing with that. They didn't want you to tame that or control that up out of them. Okay, so this person will be saying something to you. Seven of Swords in reverse, and that has been coming out a lot. You also got Page of Cups in reverse. This person knows that they need to say something. There it go. They know they need to say something that is emotional and also more valuable than a page. So this person may have grew up. They may have matured some, okay, especially with the peacock here, because they are realizing some parts of their own healing. You know, you got hookup, one night stand. Clarify that. Ooh, gave two cards. No longer shattered, heartbroken, and crossroads in reverse. Choosing this new direction. Some of you, of course, Hierophant energy, you're going to tell this person again. You may tell them to hit the road, Jack, because they may try to come back at you with this same type of one night stand type of energy or rhetoric, but you're going to tell them no. And you're not going to be very timid about it. You're not going to, yeah, see there, no nostalgia. Whoever this is also, they are hurt that they were going to use the last one night stand with you, and then after that they were going to tell you they wanted commitment, but some of you cut that off before it got to that. This person still doesn't know what direction they should go in now. um they have no choice but to commit, and that's going to be most likely to whoever that they were running around in the streets with, or to you. But some of you have already moved on to a point where you're not nostalgic. You don't even want friendship. You don't even want no gifts, no entertainment, no type of communication with them. You don't want any of that. hmm Now, if this is for things that's just going on in your life, like I said, you're moving on from things that have shattered you, whether it was friendships, family issues, anything just regarding with yourself. You're moving into the right direction, which is you're learning not to self sabotage yourself by allowing too much of yourself to give too much information out. Okay, so that's going to be your number one lesson. So allowing this other person or new people in your life to talk more about themselves, but you have learned now to keep a lot of your healing aspect and things about you and your what makes you happy, and what you're looking for in the future to yourself, until it gets to a point where it can become a Six of Cups energy. So in other words, you've learned that when you start to interact with people, you don't tell them all about your past, you don't tell them all about your healing, you don't really tell them fully about what direction that you're wanting to head in, including that interaction with them. You just be yourself, you be happy, you be active, you're being social, you go out, you have a good time, you're keeping things open, but you're not putting, you know, commitment on the table necessarily on day one, because you have done that before. You've done it so much in your past, and you're realizing that it is also, yeah, food card in reverse. It's also not necessary because it's competition out there. So what's happening is you're learning from your mistakes not to jump the food card in the upright so much into everything and everybody in the first go round. Okay. Now you will be telling this person no. If this is an ex or somebody coming back towards you, um, because once you look back on the memories, you're really looking back on how much this person was in and out of your life. Hmm. And you're questioning yourself on how much more you probably was a secret admirer to this person than they were to you. Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands in reverse. What is this Fool card? Thank you. Divine intervention, time for reflection. So again, this is why you're saying no to an ex, but you will be saying yes to your future though. Okay? Queen of Pentacles. You're looking out for yourself. You're understanding the direction that you need to choose to go in now, which is all about self, all about yourself. You do have some plans that you have that you will be moving toward. Okay, they just have not came into your surroundings yet. Hmm. You're strategizing. You're making plans for yourself. You're recalculating. You're re-strategizing. You're replanning. You had or will be having to redo some things. You're choosing your whole new environment right now. Conflict and defeat. Yeah, number 5. You're learning, like I said, the things that was a conflict, things that was shattered, heartbroken over there, the wine glass. You're learning your defeats and you are recorrecting them within one's self. Okay. This is why the Fool card again is in reverse. You don't want to, and Seven of Swords, you don't want to go back being the same way, tradition, dogma, principles that you once were or that you once did. So your new direction, and that's probably going to be the title, is that you are choosing a whole new way of direction about everything. And divine intervention is there or is there to prove it to you. Okay. Heart chakra in reverse. That's the healing. The power or strength card in reverse twice now. Because you also have to keep in mind your own animal instinct. This is why the strength card is 2 in 1. You have to realize, what you need to go after and what you don't need to go after. What you need to do as part of your animal instinct, which is to conquer over yourself, which is to conquer over any defeats that you have had about yourself, how you look at things, what you do need to change, what you do need to work on. Um, and also allow a lot of times that animal instinct to give you that perseverance and that tenacity, okay? Because that's how you um, keep and obtain your power. And a lot of you, by keep allowing the past or past situations or past ways of thinking, that also can be a sense of conflict and defeat. The Ace of Cups. Again, if this is another person or somebody that you're thinking about, they don't want you to conquer them, okay, to take over their human side and their animal and disregarding their animal instinct, which is they don't want to be their heart does not want to be conquered right now because it probably was defeated before, which was a past relationship. But everybody has had heartbroken and pain and defeat. Now you got 6 of Wands, okay? Tower in reverse. So your certain realization is that your realization is going to be, hey, what? I'm healed. I'm okay. I'm getting back into my power, some slower than others. And it's about you realizing, like I said, your material and spiritual prosperity is up to you and how you create it, what you want to do about it, how you want to change it, how you want to initiate it, what direction and crossroads that you want to be at for yourself. And this is actually good because you're coming back into your power. Now, this decision is going to be closer to you around the February 20th time, okay? When Mars goes direct in Gemini. This also can be a new interaction, a new person that you meet, a new job, a new opportunity. Um, See, there go the regrets and mistakes that I was saying, conflicts and defeat, you know. It's time for you to stop being so comfortable with your defeats in your life and to get up and to do something about it. Whole inner growth. Okay, that's going to be the last of those because it's giving me too many. Bottom of the deck is unresolved situation. You do have unfinished business. Ghosting, disappearing. Somebody really regret that they made a mistake by even ghosting you in the first place, or coming back, or feeling very comfortable because you allowed them to feel safe and comfortable by keep ghosting you, not talking to you, then coming back, being a player, being strategic with you, you know, without putting in the work or the inner growth, because that's how they roll, that's how they act. And what's for you is that you're learning also, divine feminine, that a breakup needs to be a breakup, and you're only continuing to defeat yourself when you keep allowing players or people that act very strategic to keep playing with your head. Okay. Oh, we got unfinished business. I'm not finished with you. Um, hey, can we hook up, go out, have a good time? But just remember that I'm still playing this situation because I'm going to ghost and disappear again. So, of course, it's going to give you conflict again, and you're going to regret it as a mistake again because you allow me, or you allow yourself to keep being so safe and comfortable with the same mistakes and conflicts that you keep allowing yourself to do it. So, hey, why not keep allowing me to do it too? And even having one last hookup or one night stand is not gonna fix this situation because it's gonna continue to be a never ending story, and it's gonna keep taking you out of your divine feminine power. Okay, let's end it with the oracle that flipped over. We're gonna put it over there. Soulmate in reverse. Out with the old. Imagine the new coming in. Also, to me, a sense of reconnecting with oneself. Because if you're not totally loving yourself and comfortable and feel safe with yourself, you definitely is not going to feel that also with anything new. Anything new that you try to do, anything new that you're trying to accomplish, anybody new that you're trying to get to know, uh, anything new by you wanting to be more social and more active. Okay, some of you can't even just imagine um, this for yourself or this in your life. You got loyal hearts, so you got two, um, both of the relationship cards in reverse. If this is a new breakup or separation and or divorce, you never thought that you would be in this situation right now. But it will unfortunately be coming to an end because you have um, a new relationship, a new partnership to come in. You know why? Let me show you. You see those keys right there? That's the key. Oh, wow. Who is that? LJ. We haven't seen LJ in a while. Those keys right there fits that lock to your happy happy. It does. So this is going to be about you. Again, like I said almost an hour ago, what is your structure, dogma, principles, foundations about, and your beliefs? Okay. Who and what you want to follow is going to be the key to your happy happy. Now, if you decide to keep doing the same old thing, then that's the key to your happy happy. If you're wanting somebody who is going to be a potential loyal heart and partnership and understand your mistakes of maybe who you married, what relationship you were in, who you were dating, or any type of other things that was going on within you, about you, or around you, um, that's the change in your structure, your beliefs, your own sense of foundation that's going to lead you into your key to happiness. Okay? So I also see that some of you are really becoming single, and then the people that have been single, you're about to go into relationship. So it's kind of like things are flip-flopping. Things are flip-flopping. The people who have been in relationships or some type of situation here, they're having regrets and mistakes. And the people who have been happy, happy on their own, doing their own things, doing the work here, not having any type of loyal hearts or soulmates around them or in their life, they're the ones that are about to have a new key to success and a new key to happiness. I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised to see that. Higher power in reverse. So Hierophant again. However, you're going to switch this up. Okay. However, you're going to switch this up, or the divine intervention, it is or will be some type of separation or time for reflection between two people who may be married or couples here. And if you already been single but you was dating somebody but it wasn't going anywhere, and you had to break it off or stop talking to them because it was too much ghosting and disappearing, and whether you did it or they did it, that was the time for reflection for both people anyway, to realize who and what they were and who and what they wanted. So if your other person that you were dating were giving their attention to other things and other people, this is why they're looking like this. And this is why these soulmates and loyal hearts are in reverse. They did not turn into their higher self or their high power. They did not regard the divine intervention to that they did have, because the tower is here, and the tower at one point of time was in the upright. So your person and you both had interventions, but I don't feel that this other person took it to heart. They didn't, because both of the strength cards are in reverse. They didn't imagine or wanting to imagine to be a loyal heart or to have a true soulmate. They didn't want to step into that higher power. They didn't want the happy happy. So now when you had your tower moment, your divine intervention, you you realized your regret, you realized and worked through your regret and your mistake. I don't really feel it's a mistake. I just feel that tried. You tried to be there again. You tried to finish the unresolved situation or unfinished business. And you finally said, hey, that's enough. So now that you've made your decision to let that go, you're now on standing on your key to happiness and success. That I'm finally going to do this. I'm finally going to break up. I'm finally not going to do any hookups or anything with this person anymore. I'm back single, or I'm going to stop dating them because we didn't ever commit. So you were still single anyway, but you're choosing your future here. Okay? So bottom of the deck, yeah, I did say never ending story. And there it go. Because your story has not ended. Your story is not over. You got so much more that now is needed to be put as chapters in your life. Nothing is over because that situation or that person didn't work, or that job or that company that didn't hire you. You will find or be part of something that is going to be very good. It's going to be uplifting. It's going to be prosperous. It's going to be abundant. Can also be within the next 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months. That also could be a realization. But I do see a physical job, some type of interaction. It also can be a move, a relocation. It also can be a feeling and or an emotion. Yeah. Oh, so less than 2 years, less than 2 weeks. Family room in reverse. So this is something totally new. This is going to be a new company. This is going to be a new person, somebody who's not been in your house. You have not been to their house. You also are going to stop this dating or courtship to whoever I'm talking about. They have been in your house, or that you live with this person. Okay? So that's over. Whoever has been to your house, whoever, and it don't have to be recent. Okay? This could be somebody from the past who have been over your house, or you have been to theirs. But whoever this was, they have been to your house. You do know who this person is. And it has been less than 2 years ago. Okay? But for your future, this is a new relationship. Within under 2 years, that this will take place. And this is going to be somebody you do not know. Some of you with traveling and or moving, you also will have a new, not only a new home, a new foundation, a new way of life. But this is where you're going to meet a person. Now, it don't have to be out of the country. Okay, traveling can be anything. You can travel 20 or 30 minutes away, an hour away, something like that. You don't have to be the other side of the world. Okay. Like I said, your wisdom and your maturity, you have learned from a lot of things that has taken place, and you have gained a lot of wisdom, and also you have matured here. And like I said, you're limiting your information and the type of way you interact now, that you're not going to involve or say a lot of intimate details about things about you, your family, your children, your home, your, keep it basic on your likes and dislikes. You're not going to give out so much emotional information with just meeting somebody. You're going to allow stuff to unfold, and also not just unfold, but allow things to unlock on its own. Okay? A sense of unlocking stuff in its own timing. Based on your maturity, also, your wisdom, you're not going to allow that to hold you back anymore. That's probably why you stop talking to somebody or is about to cut somebody off. Yeah, because you know you deserve more. Now, if you were the other woman because, or other man, and because you may be older and somebody else may be younger, that person don't even care about that, or this next person or new person is not going to care about that, because some of you don't even look your age. Number one, some of you that are younger, you have a lot of wisdom and maturity, and whoever this was that may have not wanted to be with you because you were older than them and they were going after somebody younger, that younger person was doing too much. They were spoiled. They were all about looks, or wanted things to be only about their shape, their clothing, their attire, or the way that they look, or the way that they wanted to be spoiled. And your particular person was allowing that to keep them imprisoned as a relationship or dating, okay, instead of choosing maturity and wisdom. And this is also why divine intervention did not allow that relationship to manifest or come together or continue if you're already with this person. This is why the separation and or divorce unfortunately will happen, and your person will have a sense of regret and mistakes by chasing people or person for their shape, their body, their looks, their lack of wisdom and maturity, and because they just only wanted to spoil somebody like that. Okay? Now, lastly, if you are an older and mature woman and or man, you will be leaving this younger person or people that has held you back, or you were holding yourself back by only wanting that particular persona or fake overlay, and you will be moving into a new relationship with somebody who is more around your age or on the same wisdom and maturity level that you are. But this person is going to see, even though you may be older, and that can be any age. Some of y'all may have 12 to 6 years difference of age, but this person is going to see you as a privileged lady. They're going to see your young at heart, your Knight of Wands energy. They're going to see that you're still active. That's why I was telling you with the social media. Act social, be social, you know, do activities, do things, be out and about. Because you're older, not only mature and wiser, but can be of age. Don't let that hold you back from exuding your youth. Okay? You don't have to you don't have to dress provocative to show your youthfulness. Yes? But this also I'm finna let y'all go though, but this also ties into the for masculines only reading that I will be doing, that I'm telling y'all, the masculines now, they're having a lot of regret and nostalgia over the passing up over divine feminines that were wise and mature over the people who were only about materialism, the way that they dressed, the way that they looked. Also, could have just been over that they were younger, thinking that that was going to be their courtship, that was going to be their foundation in marriage. And they chose that over somebody who had a higher self, which was maturity, wisdom, also could have been physical in age, and Queen of Pentacles energy also. Knowing already how to have a home, and you don't have to even have had any children. You know what I mean? It's all about your mindset. It's all about what's built into you as a divine masculine and or divine feminine. But that's part of the reading for the masculines only, but you feminines can still watch. That they already have me typing up some of the words, and I usually don't type up anything that I need to say, but they got me typing up some things before I do that reading. So I'm gonna see, I'm gonna wait on messages to see if I need to do that tomorrow. But that will be a upcoming video, and it will be titled For Masculines Only. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you go ahead and do that. So when I go live, you can be able to see it. Also, we need to do a eclipse video that's going to have a lot to do with this energy here that's going on. I think we're going to have a total or full eclipse in Leo. That can be why the Miss Linda or Reese, make sure you remind me when I do the eclipse reading about this reading here, because that's probably why the strength cards are coming up in reverse, because we're about to have either, I think, a full or a total eclipse in Leo, again, Vedic sidereal. I didn't check before I came on what date, but I think it's toward the end of the month, because y'all know they'll be giving me stuff early. Okay, so I do see that we got a solar eclipse in March, but that's going to be in Pisces. And then we got Mars enter Leo on June the 7th. We already know Rahu and Ketu, May 29th, is going to be entering into Aquarius and Leo. But I was looking for the solar eclipse is going to be in Virgo, but that's in September. But I could have sworn that we're about to have a eclipse in Leo. I'm gonna need to check on that. Okay, y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go because I'm way over an hour. So I'll look into that and find out, because there's something coming up that's going on in Leo besides Wahoo. I mean K2. It's something else. So I'm going to find out, y'all, okay? Thank you so much for watching. And if I find out what date the eclipse, besides the one that's about to happen in Pisces, if I find out, then, when I come back on, I surely will let you know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you the next one.